Alright guys, what's going on? We've got the 11th War of Season 24 here, and today 4Loki is going to be facing ASR. So, I'm a little bit behind on wars right now. ASR, I think they lost a couple members because of the ban wave that happened. Ordinarily they're a really strong alliance. They still are a strong alliance, they just have a couple of weaker accounts in here right now than they normally do. So let's go ahead and take a look at their map here. Everything looks pretty normal. Apocalypse on path 2 in section 1 is really common. Hit Monkey on path 5 in section 1 is really common. Ebony Maw and Havoc on path 9, common. Blade on path 7, also common. Void on Buffet, that looks annoying. I wouldn't necessarily want to deal with that. Nick Fury on path 5 in section 2 is actually becoming kind of common. I'm not sure why though, he's not a very hard defender there. Weapon X on encroaching stun, that's pretty good placement. The fight takes long enough because of how aggressive he is that eventually the encroaching stun timer doesn't match up with Quake, you know, when you get later into the fight. So pretty common placement there. So, but also good placement. So I'm going to go ahead and choose my team here, and it's actually going to be the exact same team that I brought last war. Omega Red and Magneto. Magneto's only for one fight, and I'm going to be on path 5 for the entire war today. So my first fight here is going to be Mr. Fantastic. I'm not sure why exactly he's here. You don't want to throw special attacks against him, and this is Ebb and Flow Knockdown, so maybe that's why. He also has like a lot of physical resistance and energy resistance, so he can be kind of annoying. But you're gonna see, I'm actually gonna make a mistake in pretty much every single fight, I think. Here I have 30 spores on him. Right there I heavy attacked him after the stun had worn off from my parry. Could have gotten hit there, but I didn't. So that was the first mistake I made. But again, not a huge deal. This next fight here is going to be a rank 3 Hit Monkey. This is common placement. I take it almost every time that it's here. But this fight's going to be a little bit different. This has Heavy Hitter and Ebb and Flow Knockdown. So immediately I miss my parry, like I missed my first parry. So now I'm a little bit closer to my wall than I'd like to be. There, he was a little bit different than he normally is. I'm going to go ahead and knock him down here. And I'm just going to parry, back off, continue doing this. But I'm getting really close to my wall. Right there he evaded. And as soon as I lose my Fury, he's supposed to lose his degen. He normally does, but in this case he didn't. So when I went to refresh it, it didn't actually refresh, and I'm going to get hit with the special one here. I just threw my special one because I thought he was dashing in. He ended up dashing back, but luckily he did run into it. If I had lost my degen when the protection came back up like I was supposed to, that fight would have been, you know, over. It wouldn't have been a big deal at all. So I'm not sure why that happened. Because it doesn't normally. I know that Omega is supposed to like reduce like the chance to shrug or whatever. It doesn't happen with that node though, so either way, path 5 in section 2, this is after the global went down, and this is Ebb and Flow Intercept. I'm not going to intercept at all in this fight. This is just a robot against Magneto. Very easy. Even with the 60% damage reduction, by the time I get to my special 3, the fight is just going to be over. So here he doesn't really want to throw his special 1. He's building up a bunch of analysis charges, but again, I don't care at all. I feel like you'd almost have to try to lose a fight with Magneto to a robot. So here, yeah, I mean, you can see we're not making much headway here. We're about a minute into the fight. He's still at like 85%. So I'm going to bait out the special 1 here. And I think usually what I do with Magneto is I go for 10 prowess, 9 or 10 prowess, and then that way I only have to double them up twice. That's just what I prefer to do. So here I'm going to go for 10 prowess. This way I'm only going to have to charge up my heavy 2 times. It makes it much easier to get to your 40 prowess and throw the special 3. But I am going to make a mistake here. So right there I missed my parry. And I don't know, I must have let off block there. I'm not quite sure what happened. But either way, got all of our prowess. This is without a single intercept in this fight with the damage reduction. And yeah, he's dead. So very, very straightforward. But again, another mistake there. And then this fight, this is going to be Nick Fury. This has redoubled determination, so for every debuff that I have on him, it's going to increase his power gain and his attack. And with Omega Red, you know, with the degeneration, that does count. But on this node, even without intercepting, you can still outdamage this node pretty easily. So here, I just want to push him to special 2s if I can. You can see we're about 20 seconds in. His first life is already down really low. That's with the protection. So, yeah, got 30 spores on this. Fight's going really well. When he has a special 1, I'm going to block because I just want to re-parry. We've actually managed to keep our 30 spores up for a long time. So I didn't punish the special 2 right there. I tried charging a heavy and I don't know why, but it just didn't charge. So I just waited for my next opportunity. So here he's almost down. I'm going to use my heavy attack. The second half whiffs because he loses his life model decoy. Not a big deal. We did lose all of our spores though. Got an intercept. You know, if you're fighting Nick Fury and you want to go for an intercept, that's the time to do it when he's losing his, when his health is ticking down in his second life, because the 60% reduction makes him lose health a lot slower. So you can see now he's losing health at a normal pace. We have a Fury, so we're hitting a little bit harder. Just gonna lock in a couple spores here. He has the protection again, but at this point he's already below 30%, so it's not a big deal. Here I'm just trying to bait out a heavy attack. Fight's almost over. He's at 13% and he has the degen on him. Gonna go ahead and throw my special 3 here. And that should finish the fight. So yeah, that fight is over. We, you know, I feel like that was definitely my best fight of this war. It was 74 hits, so now we're just going to move up here for Pete, who's going to ghost this Immortal Abomination as soon as he moves into Section 2. And yeah, that was the end of the war. We did end up winning this. When we finished 100%, it was pretty close. They died a lot at the beginning of the war, so we kind of figured that they weren't trying. We might have played a little bit, you know, looser, I guess, than usual because of the fact that they had so many deaths right at the front. I think they started with like 4, and we had 0. So we died a few times. They completely stopped dying. And when we finished our last fight, it was 5-6, and it looks like they died one more time after that. So again, we are in pretty good shape to finish the season in 3rd place. The only thing I guess that could prevent that would be the team that's in 2nd place right now, which is Apoco. I try not to, you know, comment too much on, you know, dramatic situations, but Apoco did just beat Kenobi with 1 death, so hopefully they, you know, hopefully we don't end up matching them. I'm not sure that with the way that they're approaching Alliance War right now, it would be possible for us to beat them. But yeah, I guess I'll talk more about that at the end of the season. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.